Hi, so I'm a little later than I am supposed to be. Yeah, I apologize for that. It was totally due to me being unrealistic about the amount of time needed to prepare the place, the space, the equipment, the hair. um, but anyway, I'm live on the internet talking about the fullness of life. Is it full as life? Yes, the fullness of life. Oh, full as life. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So where to begin in speaking of such a subject as this? So often, usually, humans believe that they are something separate, moving through time or the world, that they are something separate. Whoever they feel themselves to be, this personality, this history, these qualities, these ideas, they believe that it encompasses who they are, and then that is moving through time, moving through the world, moving through life as a separate individual thing, object. And it feels really real and really strong and really true that is the way things are, that life is appearing as a separate someone moving through life. And we have all these things that can help a person, help an individual, to heal an individual. The society is based up on that fact that we are a group of humans and we have needs and we have to like work to support society, to help society to function and move forward. And you can argue and disagree about how we do that. We can always suggest improvements and disagreements about things. The healthcare system, the education system, marriage, all these things we can argue about and say, I think this better, or I think this is better, a better way of doing things, or this is what I like, or so yeah, that's kind of one part of things, one part of reality, where we are humans and we are a part of this planet operating and having an impact and effect on each other, on the planet, on animals, on everything. But I feel like if that's the only perspective or the only experience of reality, it is around that, is around being a human person. Then I feel like there will always be suffering and there will always be a feeling of discontentment and unhappiness. And this is where non-duality comes in. This is the beauty of non-duality. It's not to remove the human experience or to remove that sense of participation in society or participation in being human. It's not to remove that. Often there's a want of that, the desire to remove the humanness, because it's the humanness seems to be the reason why there's suffering. But non-duality isn't about that. It's something else that's being spoken about, another possibility or a missing aspect that's not being addressed or talked about in society in general. Something that the human race, the humankind has forgotten or overlooked. But it's always been there and has always been spoken about. So what is this part of it then? The other side. So it's the part that is felt to be missing when you feel like you are that, only that human being. There's inherently this sense of dissatisfaction, a sense of missing something. And so because of that sense of missing something, or that sense of something's not quite right, so much of that what do you call it, that so much of that those feelings and that struggle is then projected onto the world and the human situations. So I feel discontent, I feel incomplete, I feel suffering, basically. And that's then because of this thing or that thing, or my job, or my partner, or my children, or this political party, or this country, or it's put on other things. And it makes other things seem as if they are the actual problem, and that isn't true. There can be problems, there can be things you may find affecting you that you don't like, and that's okay to improve and change things and support things and push for improvement. But that isn't really the reason for your feeling of discomfort or your feeling of missing something. That strong feeling of I'm missing something, I need to find something, this seeking energy, trying to find what I could label as rest or peace or freedom or love or wholeness. So much is put onto the human world, so much invested in that. If I could just get this right, if I could just sort this out, if I could just attain this, then I wouldn't feel that way I feel. And so what non-duality is pointing out is that that human person that human person isn't truth. So it isn't truth. And we say it's an illusion, but it doesn't mean that it's not an appearance. It's just meaning that it's not truth. It's not the way things really are. So if you're living through that person, believing that's the way things are, the way the person sees things is the way things are, that is not true. That's where there's been a misplacement or an attachment or a misidentification with this person. What is longed for and believed to be in things, believed to be in time, isn't. It's right here. It's right here as everything. It's right here as not a thing. It's right here as all things. So it's a pointing back to the inherentness, that what you look for is inherent in all experience. Now that's quite a big thing to grasp or to feel or resonate with, that what you look for in a particular experience, particular thing, object, person, whatever, is actually not in those things. It's actually right here as the inherent material nature of this. So therefore, of all experience, of all things. And that's a fundamental change. That's a fundamental, radical change. something obviously overlooked in a capitalistic society. Oh, hang on. I know. What was I saying? That's a radical change. Oh, that's sneezing. I had no tissue on me as well. No. Oh, I do. A little squirt or something. And this is simply what non-duality is pointing to, or pointing out, that there's nothing actually missing. It's only missing to that person. There's nothing actually missing or wrong. So in the person world, then yeah, there could be things that are missing and like need to be looked at and sorted out. There's always going to be problems and things to be addressed in the human world. You need to get food, you need to pay the electric bill, you need to get childcare, you need to whatever, fix something, the washing machine, you need to go and listen to a friend who's upset about something, you need to deal with a difficult person. So that's going to always be there as part of the human experience. So we aren't talking about not being human or not living as a human. What is being talked about then is something deeper and something more subtle in a way. Which is really profound and really beautiful, that it is just this subtle difference, and yet it's a major difference. This subtle change, and yet it's such a major difference. This shift around where, rather than you being this person, you being someone separate, moving through time, moving through the world, this sense of a person, of an individual moving and doing what it's doing, is appearing in you. So this change around from you being this person in the world to this shift this shift around of you, this person appearing in you as you. That's very complicated. Like that's not your position. Isn't a person, isn't something. Your position is positionless in a way. It's unlimited, and yet there's an appearance of limitation, appearance of something called you, called person, human, appearing, and that's you, but it also isn't you. It's you, but you aren't limited to that. Yes. So what thing to try to describe, to try to put into logical language. How beautiful to attempt to, oh, it's just so beautiful to express that, to allow that, to support that, to be that. And this is simply all that is wanted. This is all that is wanted. I mean, that's not true, but it is true. Like, you're always going to have all wants as a human, but this is what is truly wanted. This is the most important. Like, this is the want that can fuel other apparent wants, but really the want is to be free. Really the want is this moment, what is happening. This right here-ness. And the mind can chatter and say, oh no, this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. But that can't appear without this. Those preferences can't appear without this. Okay, so you're welcome to ask any questions about that, about life as fullness. So my Skype is Rebekah Maroon. Oh, that's my daughter, my son. Here we go on Skype. So you're welcome to call on Skype or to message on Skype or message in the chat as well. Oh, I'm already online. Hi, Thierry. Okay, so lovely to share this. Yeah, it's just really beautiful and really I really love this. Okay, thank you, and I shall see you again soon. Okay.